Alright, y'all, what's good? It's your boy here, of course. We back for some more Faye. So, we got a trailer tonight. And go ahead and take a look here. I'll show you guys in the calendar what's going on. So, okay, where is it? New Heroes event 3/17/46. So, that would mean the trailer would be tonight. Because daylight savings time happened a couple of days ago and moved the clocks. Did we go forward? I think we went forward 1 hour. So, like, things that were happening at certain times if you live in America are going to be pushed forward by an hour. And that affects the actual day that events are happening now. Certain events, anyway. Because for some reason, INTSYS wants to use Pacific time specifically for all of their scheduling. So like all the stuff we're seeing here, this is in Pacific Standard Time, and usually the reset when the clocks are not an hour forward is, I believe, reset for Pacific Standard Time is 11 p.m. But now that we've gone forward by an hour, it's actually going to be at 12 p.m. on Pacific time. So now it's everything basically moved 1 day backwards. So we should be getting the trailer tonight. We're going to be getting the data mine tomorrow. And then we're going to get the banner tomorrow at reset is what's going to happen. Alright, what's going on, chat? What's good? We got Proto Spark in there. Yo, yo. What's up, Proto Spark? We got Dragon King 116 as well. Okay, we got quite a lot of events going on in the game. Alright, so of course, Aether Raids, as usual, going on. Took a -70, which sucks. But otherwise, 2 successes so far. We'll quickly take a look at this, I guess. Why not? See what happened here. I'm pretty confident, honestly, in this defense. The only really other thing I could do here is maybe just get +10s on all of these guys. So over here, we have a Na. We have Ash Ketchum from the town of Pallet. We have also a Brave Dimitri. Oh, let's check out this guy. Yeah, of course. Okay, so he's got the Form of Soul Brave Dimitri there with Attack and Speed Finish 4 and Attack and Speed Smoke 4. I actually took off Blue Lion Rule on my Dimitri because, I don't know, I feel like the B skills right now are just better. Like, some of the new B skills we've gotten are just insane. So I've taken to running different B skills as opposed to just getting like 40% defense-based DR and the guaranteed follow-up, which he doesn't really even need that much because he's got decent enough speed. I would prefer running like, what is there? You could run like Close Call 4 instead, which is probably better. There's a lot of things you could do, right? So like I feel like his B skill is obsolete. Okay, we got Peony there, +2. We have a Elincia as well, and then +1 Milla. Okay, no structures on the bottom. No fence either. He tries to run and gun. Interesting. So, Dimitri. Okay, so let's see how well Brave Dimitri does here. Of course, he's going to do quite well, right? Because, I mean, he's Brave Dimitri. He's like one of the best tanks in the game. Oh, that was actually pretty close. Veronica almost got him there. Yeah, so I have lull, speed, and res on Veronica specifically to deal with Dimitri, but we were 5 points of HP shy of getting the KO. Maybe if I had, like, not plus attack, like a couple of merges on her, maybe, we might have been able to get the KO. What I should really do is take off, my Harmonic Lysithea and replace her with Ascended Air, who I was pretty lucky and I got to pull on the Freya banner. I feel like Air would definitely be a better choice here than Lysithea. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. Alright, Jimmy Caesar says more like Blue Lion drools, am I right? Corn Starches says, wait, y'all did daylight saving time, move everything back an hour? No, we moved everything forward 1 hour. So it kind of messes with the in-game schedule because we went forward 1 hour. Arturo says, hey, Tacho, I have very sad news. My grandma has passed away. It's been hard for my family. All I ask is prayers for the future. Oh, dude, that sucks. Arturo, my heart goes out to you, man. I know exactly what you're going through. But we'll just leave it at that. Okay, so Mjolnir Strike is happening. I already did that. We got the Revival Hall of Forms, did that too. Okay, Lost Lore, not too long ago, I set those guys off. We got Grand Conquest as well. If I have any swords, I guess we can do this, but... Oh, I guess I got a couple of swords, but... Does anyone really care about Grand Conquest? I guess it's fun if you're playing with friend units and you're doing like a live stream like that. I know, Oblivion did one with a couple of friends. They did a Grand Conquest with friendless units, and they live streamed it. That went pretty well. Stuart Monge says, Legendary Robin low-key nuts. I wouldn't say he's nuts. His debuff is good, but that's about the only thing I like about him, to be honest. Alright, let's go ahead and play some modes. We're going to start with Resonant Battles. So let me just go ahead and load up my Resonant Battle team. And let's get started here while we wait for the trailers. So what are you guys' predictions tonight for what you think the trailer is going to be? Darrell says, I think the trailer will be out at 11 p.m. I am glad no more daylight savings time in the near future. That resonates with me 100%. Yeah, daylight savings, I think they're going to vote to abolish it. I'm not really sure if that's going to pass. It wouldn't be the first time they've tried to get rid of daylight savings. It just never works anytime they try to do it, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. But people are getting real sick of daylight saving times. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Alright, Zerato. Is that Vilden? I can't see too well. The monitor's a little far from my eyes here. Hoping we don't get another Engage banner this soon. But if we do, I'm really hoping they don't shaft the male. That will inevitably be the demote. Bro, like, in this game, if you're a male unit, you're like, signed off to death already. Your fate is imminent if you're a male in this game. There's just no shot. So I expect incoming units like Alcris to be demotes and stuff, even though he's supposed to have as much standing in the story as, like, Innis, for example. Innis was one of the lords in Sacred Stones, but he's not necessarily a main lord. And then we have Alcris, who's in the same position. He's a lord, but he's not the main lord. And he's a male bow unit, just like Innis. But, I mean, he's probably just going to end up being a demote. Sky Sinner says, hey, Tacho, long time no see. Hey, what's good, Sky Sinner? Arturo says, I think it's Thracia 776, Originality of the Holy War, because last year we got new hero banners for them around March and April. I guess that could happen. I wouldn't be mad at some more Thracia stuff. Oh, I didn't even bother checking where the items were. I just, like, totally spaced out. We already have the Dancer's Veil already, so that's good. Okay, we can actually use Kata's dance skill to dance Veronica, because she's from Fates. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and get rid of this green guy over here. And then I'm just going to move Kata over and use her harmonic skill. We'll dance Veronica, and then we'll get another KO here. Oh, did I turn animations on? Sorry, guys. My head is, like, not really connected right now. There's been a lot going on for me, but I still wanted to get this done. I still wanted to make sure we recorded the trailer live stream and all that good stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the data mine video tomorrow like normal, though. I'm going to try my best to. but I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to get to it. All right, Wisdom says, who would you want as an Ascended or Rearmed hero, Tacho? Well, for an Ascended hero, let's see. Is there any character that I feel like I want some justice for? So, the Ascended heroes, the deal with the Ascended heroes is that they're like heroes that might have been legendary heroes, I think, but they decided to just make them not legendary heroes and just make them Ascended heroes, I guess. I'm not really too sure what the criteria is to be an Ascended, or, yeah, an Ascended hero or a Rearmed hero for that matter. It seems like they're just picking from straws in a hat or something. There's not really any concrete, defined answer for it. So, if I'm just picking, like, any character that I would want a costume update, like a new costume and everything, how about we get Ascended Sigurd? Let's get an Ascended Sigurd in there. Sigurd's my second favorite lord. So, I would like to see some justice for him. And then for a Rearmed hero, let's see. They haven't done a Rearmed Flyer yet, so that would be pretty good. Alright, we'll try this Dancer Veil. If we get lucky, we get Edelgard to dance. Alright, we didn't, but actually it's still lucky. We can win right now. Alright, that went pretty easy. Yeah, so a Rearmed Flyer, let's see. Who's a good Flyer? That could come with maybe like a Flying Tome unit, so we kind of kill two birds with one stone. Get a different colored tome for a Rearmed hero and a Flyer. Who's a Flying Tome? Maybe like Camilla? How about Rearmed Camilla? Are you guys tired of Camilla yet? All the Camilla alts? Only me, right? I'm the only one here starving for more thick mamas, right? I'm sure everyone else is just sick and tired of Camilla. I really hope they don't do Ivy, though. Like, Ivy being a Rearmed hero would kind of suck. Because I would want Ivy to have a perf weapon and stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and do Arena Assault next. Get this out of the way. Alright, Protospark says, Sigurd and Yuri are prime candidates, I'd say. Popular, somewhat story relevant, haven't gotten an alt in ages. Yeah, it's kind of shocking to me that Sigurd has such a few amount of alts. He's only got the Dancer alt, he's got the Legendary alt, and then he's got regular Sigurd. But Sigurd is very maybe not necessarily Sigurd, but just like Fire Emblem 4 in general was one of the most successful Fire Emblem games in Japan. So it's kind of shocking to me that they haven't done too many more Sigurd alts. It's kind of like Ike in that regard, where I would have expected Ike to have way more alts than he does. It's that waifu bias going on there. Like, not even the most popular male characters can escape the waifu bias. So they have no problem giving us 1,000,000 Lins, 1,000,000 Camillas. But the characters that really should be getting alts, nah, we ain't getting them. Okay, Julia's a bad girl there. We can't really get rid of her right away. We can get rid of Dragon Mom. I'm just going to go ahead and rally there so we can get some more stats off of Blade Session. Alright, Galso Koitas says, I would like a Resplendent Sigurd. Yeah, Sigurd as a Resplendent or a Rearmed, I wouldn't mind. Like, either or. Just give me more Sigurd. I would like that. Gary Constanza says, my guess is they're waiting for the FE4 remake to be a thing and for the character to become more popular. Yeah, that's probably happening too this year, right? Like, we're probably going to get an announcement for the Fire Emblem 4 remake at some point. Because, of course, the, whatchamacallit, the thing that mentioned we were getting Fire Emblem Engage, and it leaked a bunch of stuff like Toothpaste Chan and all of that. That was the exact same leak that said we were getting FE4 remakes. So I think it's likely. Salvo says, I would like an Ira alt, but not a rearmed one. Oh, dude, Ira needs an alt too. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I completely forgot about Ira for some reason. I should have let Mordecai transform there. I'm a big dummy. I guess it doesn't matter that much, but Mordecai should still be able to win this easy. my most recent plus 10, by the way. Pretty awesome unit there. All right, Stuart Monge says, only time he was meta was Brave from Refine and he aged. Who are we talking about? Ike there? Yeah, Ike does have plenty alts. He just pretty mid-rip. Which kills me too, man. It's freaking Ike. If any Ike, or if any character should be busted, isn't it Ike? They always play him up as being the strongest character in Fire Emblem history, right? And they just never seem to make him busted. I guess to be fair, the Fallen Ike was pretty good when he came out, but like all the other Ikes, people will fight with me forever about Baby Ike, but I don't know, man. He, outside of his duo skill, there's not really much that he offers. I guess if you got him at plus 10, then he can score really good, but I'm way past the point of caring about arena score. Wacky Warrior says, I'm just in my own corner, hoping with all my heart that Sully will get her first alt. Okay, that Wacky Warrior, that's the sauce right there. That's what we want to see. We want to see favorites. We don't want to see lore number like 55. We want to see the lesser characters. I shouldn't say lesser. I should say just like less story relevant characters getting alts, getting a push. Like Selkie right here. Look at Selkie. She just got this awesome new refine, and she's not really a main character in her game, but she's definitely a lot of people's favorites, I would say. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. I've never played Fates. I don't know how popular Selkie is relative to the other beast units in that game. But considering she's got quite a bit of alts, I would say she's probably popular. So, like, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see 500 Lins. We want to see more Selkies, more Nephinis, like, characters like that. Jesus Christ, man. What is this guy on? Yeah, that duo Asker, that is... he's just being that guy right now. Okay, we'll wait for him to get off the defense tile, and then we'll see what we can do. All Might says, Tacho, so how is that Carla alt, though? She putting in the work? Yes, she is. She's pretty much what I expected, though. Like, that's the one thing. She's all player phase and no enemy phase. So, she's very likely to KO whatever she hits. But then the reverse is true as well. Anything that hits her is probably going to get rid of her. Which is fine, because I feel like she does that way better than freaking Legendary Shez does. They market Shez as being this full-on offensive unit that can just beat everything, but that's not even true. Like, Shez is missing so many effects. She barely gets the job done, and then on the enemy phase, she's certainly a little better than Carla, I would say, on the enemy phase, but not good enough to write home about. Yeah, can't be a Tacho stream without me throwing shade on Legendary Shez, right? Oh, yeah, Wylea in here? Wait, hold on. Where I haven't seen Wylea's post. Let's see. What did Wylea say? Oh, I don't see her. Are y'all capping? Is Wylea in here or not? Blaster, you tricked me. You said Wylea is in here. I can't find her. I finally got PM1's free-to-play account in Arena. Now to wait from him to accept Tacho. Oh, did you send him a friend request? That's going to be something if you get PM1 on your friends list. I think his friends list has been full already. It's going to be tough getting him to add you. Oh, I said, Wylia, where you at? Okay, yeah. That's not an abbreviation I've seen before. WYA for where you at. Interesting, okay. We're learning stuff. We're learning abbreviations today. Zerato says, more Black Fang when? Resplendent rearmed Ascended Lloyd. Linus Jafar would be sick. Oh, dude, yeah, the Black Fang. You know who would be really cool on a Fallen Hero banner? How about we get Brendan Reed? Like, the Morph one from the final chapter of FE7. That would be fire, guys. Like, Brendan Reed as a Fallen Hero. That would be the tits, actually. I can't believe I didn't think about that before. He seems so obvious. He's like such an obvious pick. Arturo says, hey, I use Shez. Shame on you, Tasha. I mean, of course, she's certainly usable. It's not like there's anything bad that's going to happen from using her. I just wish she was better, is all I'm saying. Wow, Mommy is really something here. I know a lot of people got Lumera up to plus 10 already, but I don't have the heroic grails to do it right now because I did Mordecai first. I'm definitely going to get my plus 10 of her, though, as soon as I can. Wisdom says, well, Ursula got an alt, though, I mean, for 2 reasons that have nothing to do with her character. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That's like every girl in this game. It's just that waifu bias, man. Faye knows that the big booba is what sells. Zerato says, Fallen Dorcas with a poison axe. No, it can't be poison axe. It has to be poison mutton. Or I guess the mutton would be an axe weapon, but it would be like in the shape of mutton. And his art is him snacking on mutton. Sadly, seems more likely than getting Brendan, though. All Might says, Insys still has that Fallen Crom alt in their back pocket to use when they're ready. Yeah, the Fallen Hero banner last year was kind of a disappointment. I wasn't really too impressed. Like, the first time they did 3 houses, it was pretty fire. Like, just seeing the artwork for Fallen Edelgard. Remember the first time we saw her? And her 50 effects? And her really good artwork? And then compare that to the next Fallen Heroes banner after that. It wasn't as hype anymore. I remember how hyped the Fallen Hero... Probably the most hyped banner for me ever was Fallen Heroes with Fallen Ike, Fallen Leon, and then Fallen Julia. That banner was fire, guys. That's like 3 of my favorite characters on that banner. Leon, we got Julia and Ike. Proto Spark says Fallen Witch Sonia and her 2 sisters too. Oh, which Sonia are we talking about here? There's 2 Sonias, right? So we have Sonia from FE7, and then we have Sonia from FE2. Or I guess I should say FE15, right? Gaiden. Or not Gaiden, the remake of Gaiden, Echoes. That's the one. Eric Palomino says, I just foddered off my plus 10 full flowers Ascended Asset Yen Fei for Lumera this morning, and I don't regret it. Oh, man. Bro is going hard, if that's the case. I don't know if I'd do all of that, but I mean, sure. Lumera is certainly better than Yanfei, as sad as it is to say that. Rabbit of Vala says Sonya is SOV Sonya and Sonia is Blazing Blade. So the difference is in spelling, apparently. Sonya has a Y and then Sonia has an I. Okay. Horrifying. Stuart says Rearmed is the best hero mechanic so far. Oh, dude, absolutely. 100% agree with that. Rearmed heroes are such a thing. Like, people are so down for rearmed heroes that rearmed Ophelia actually beat Chrom on the Hero Rises. I was not expecting that. I thought for sure Chrom was going to win just because, like, Duo Chrom is the king of Arena. He's really good in summoner duels. He just scores in the highest tier possible. Ophelia may be like the best fodder unit in the game, but she's certainly not as multi-useful as Chrom is in terms of all the modes. So I was really shocked that she was able to win like that. And then both of the Edelgards losing, that was a trip. Oh wow, Peony can survive Ash? I thought for sure we were dead there. That's crazy. I guess that's her refine in action. Her fighter refine in action. Yeah, apparently Peony can fight now. Check that out. Alright, Stuart says, so glad I never builded Yanfei. Hype because he's mid. Well, he wasn't mid when he came out, but he became mid after a while. They just kept on adding new things that made him not as good as he used to be. It's not really Yanfei's fault. Should we attack Azura here? I guess nothing bad is going to happen if we do. Salvo says, I wonder if Insys has a specific term or a specific team for creating the new hero type names. Like Ascended, Rearmed, Harmonic, Duo, Resplendent, etc. I'm not sure if they do, but I'll say this much. I'm pretty sure they're going to do another new type of hero when they start releasing the Emblem Ring characters. I feel like they would be pretty good candidates to go ahead and get some brand new hero types. Zerato says, Yanfei isn't bad, he's just outclassed now. If you already have him at max investment, there really isn't a reason to build another Grail Sword, unless they do something different, like Holst does. I would actually disagree with that. Yanfei, he's certainly still serviceable, and he can score kind of okay, but, like, there's not really much of a point in using him right now instead of using Lumera or Holst. And even Holst, I feel like, is not quite as good as Lumera either, so I would feel like you might as well just go ahead and use Lumera at this point. But you're not really penalized for building multiple sword units at the moment. You could go ahead and build up Lumera, Holst, and Yanfei if you wanted to. And that's mainly because the summoning pool heroes aren't that great anymore. Like the demote heroes, the non-seasonal demote heroes have been trash for ages now. But the Grail heroes are actually starting to get a lot better. So you might as well just build the Grail units that are good. Oh, here we have another one. We got Mercurius Man here. So Astrum with his refine. Pretty nice that they're giving these fan favorite plus 10s their comeuppance here, or that wasn't even the right word to use, but like their return to form with refines, like we saw with Norn and Astrum there. All Might says, Tacho, so if you're skipping a Hero Rises, what will be next for you? Choose your legends, wait for certain rearmed weapons. I don't know. I really want to get a new plus 10, like a brand new, maybe a duo hero at plus 10. But it's just never going to happen. The banners that they keep releasing, they keep on releasing must summon units, and in my opinion, I feel like it's better to just get one copy of everything good as opposed to getting like a select set of units highly merged up. Because you just benefit more. The way the game is laid out right now, I feel like just having more options is better than having select few good, like really OP options. As we see right here, we're playing Arena Assault, and I'm just coasting here because my units are ridiculous. Oh, wow. Edelgard survives Carla. That's something. She's got near save. It's probably because she's on the defense tile here. Okay, this is a little scary, actually. Okay, so what we'll have to do is try to draw their attention away from some of my units so I can kind of like flank her. Alright, we'll go ahead and get rid of Julia there. Eric says, I was thinking about emblem rings in Fae the other day. I came up with a sum that works, or with something that works like pair up, where you can pair a unit and a ring to give the unit an extra skill and extra stats. Thoughts? For the emblem rings, I feel like there's a lot of things they could do. Like, for example, they could do a, what's that guy's name again? The King of Brodia. I literally played Engage. When was the last time I played Engage? Like a week ago? I already can't remember Homeboy's name. The Diamant. That's who I'm thinking of. Diamant. They could release him with Emblem Roy as a unit. And they could count them as like some special type of hero. Maybe. Would they add the engage mechanic, I wonder? Like, you could engage with Emblem Roy and then gain a different set of skills, maybe? Or, like, gain a perf skill somewhere. There's actually a lot of things that they could do with the heroes there if they wanted to get creative, but I'm not really sure if they will. Shadow Demon says, Tacho, I have a feeling it's going to be another Engage banner. By the way, there's this new game coming soon to Steam called, or titled Dragonspire. Based on the gameplay I've seen, I might check it out. Someone else brought that up as well. Someone else told me I should play this Dragonspire game. And maybe I will, actually. Now that multiple people are talking about that. I'm going to have to check it out. Wisdom says they could make engaging like how ascended traits work. I was thinking more like maybe make it like the engage mechanic, like somebody in the chat already said. Make it not engage, the pair up mechanic. Make it similar to that, I think. The Miss NC fan says, I'm interested to see what a staff unit's refine looks like in a post-duo Elise and Ascended Elincia world. I'm not expecting special acceleration, but I hope she gets a nice perf. Okay, they really need to do something with the staff units by this point, right? Because, like, it's just getting embarrassing now. We're finally starting to get some staff buffs, but they still refuse to refine any of the old staff units. Can we please get a Reese refine? Is that too much to ask for? There's so many 4-star demote staffs. And they have no chance. Because they have no refines. And it's not like it's their fault. What kills me too is that they released a bunch of not rearm, the whatchamacallit, the resplendent alts for a lot of those heroes already. So we got like resplendent Sarah, we got resplendent Lachesis, and if you went ahead and bought them and you built them up, they don't have a really good weapon right now. So yeah, they definitely need to do something about staff weapons at the very least. Wacky Warrior says, I'm waiting for Silk to get her refine next month. I wonder how they will make her, or make the tanky healer special. Tanky healer special. Huh. I'm not sure how they'll do that either. I guess Miracle is a tanky healer or you're talking about like Aegis and Pavis and stuff? I'm not too sure. Proto Spark says dancers as well. We're getting B skill upgrades for them, but is that a sign for their refines? I'd sooner expect a shiny new duo dancer. Yeah, dancers could really use an upgrade too. Maybe their thought process is that dancers and healers don't really need to fight, so they don't need weapons. But then they went ahead and bit themselves in the foot by releasing dancers like Legendary Ninian who can actually fight. And then healers like Elise and Sakura and the new Elincia that can actually fight. So, I don't know. It's like they're going topsy-turvy with their own ideals there. Empty Channel says, Tacho, my man, are you going to go for a +10 Diamant if he shows up today? I don't know. Diamant, I like him. I don't dislike Diamant, but I'm not too sure if I would go for the +10 with him. If I would +10 anybody from Engage, I would probably go for Goldberry, Ivy, or Yunaka. Those are my 3 favorite characters. And most likely Lumera too, but she's free to play. Paka Waka says, incredible music taste, bro. Well, thank you very much, Paka Waka. We're playing some Ratchet and Clank tunes here. Ratchet and Clank goes hard, guys. If you've never played it, absolutely check out Ratchet and Clank. I'm pretty sure you can get the old games as well on like the PlayStation Store. So like Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, and 3. Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal. Amazing games. Ari says, hey Tacho, I'm about to replay Fire Emblem 3 Houses after getting a burnout from it. Oh, let me know how that goes then. I tried to do that. I tried to do a second route. The only route that I played for 3 Houses was Crimson Flower. So I tried to go back and I tried to do Blue Lion and I just completely lost interest after I didn't even get past the opening sequence, like the first 8 chapters, I think it is, where the story is completely stagnant. So I didn't even get up to the point where the story starts to change in favor of which house you ended up choosing. Wisdom says, I do remember OG Elise and Mist got refines that helped them in combat a bit ago. Yeah, well, Wisdom, those were 5-star exclusive staff units. So we have gotten some refines for those. We had one also for Maribel, too. She got one also. But what I'm talking about is the 4-star demote ones. Those guys aren't getting refines anytime soon. And I don't really see why. Like, is it that big of a game changer if Reese gets a refine? Is he going to break the game all of a sudden? I don't know about that. So I don't understand why they don't want to refine him. Zerato says, something I like about your streams is that I don't think you've ever timed someone out for having a discussion or differing opinions than your own. I'd give context, but 200 character limit, LMAO. I don't think I've ever been on a stream where anyone did that. The only time I've seen people get timed out on a live stream is if they're like spamming or they just completely break the rules and post something not safe for work or something like that. But I've never actually seen somebody get kicked or timed out from a stream because they just had an opinion. We all have our own opinions, right? We're all entitled to our opinion. Empty Channel says, Tacho, my man, you... Oh. Wow, big fail on my part. I read that one already. Alright, Empty Channel says, if our boy Boucheron ever shows up in Heroes, do you think he is going to be a summer demote? Boucheron definitely has some summer demote energy, I would say. I could expect Boucheron getting something like that. Who else is there? I think there's a guy named Boone. Is Boone the cook? I can't remember. I feel like Boone was the chef guy. I feel like he could be a summer alt too. Or maybe they'll do a cooker banner. How fire would that be, actually? Like a cooking banner? Everyone's wearing, like, chef hats. And they're doing the Salt Bay meme thing. They're, like, sprinkling salt. Alright, Zerato says, I was timed out because I told a guy that Brave Lynn wasn't S tier anymore due to the massive amount of new Bocavs and that Vector and Dimitri shouldn't be in lower tiers. Did that really happen? I can't believe that happened. Someone's still trying to stan Brave Lynn. There's literally a video where I made fun of Brave Lynn. Ari says, I got a burnout trying to figure out how to recruit everyone so no one dies. I wanted to see if I could save them. It took 5 playthroughs and 4 of them stopped near the end. I'm still sane, don't worry. Oh boy, I don't know if I would want to do like something like that where you're playing 3 houses and you're making sure no one dies despite like which route and all of that. I remember in Crimson Flower, we killed a lot of the other characters from the other houses. Edelgard was not playing around. Scratch Hair Games says Boonay's not popular though. They're not going to put in Boone. I mean, I didn't have a problem with Boone. I guess he isn't popular though. Spaghetti Condo says, would you agree this month is the worst when it comes to saving orbs? No, I would actually say the worst time in orb saving history was back when they did... It was like 4 banners in a row or something with like busted unit after busted unit. So I think it started with... I think it started with Ymir. So we had Ymir's banner with Ascended Celica, I think she came with. Then following that up, we had Ascended Air, and then we had the Halloween banner with Corrin and Halloween Corrin and Halloween Duma. And then there was another banner, I can't remember which banner it was, that also came in that chain of banners. And it was like just 4 banners in a row of, okay, I have to pull on this banner. It was nuts. That time was pretty crazy. Brand Against 7 says, what up, y'all? Hype for whatever this banner shows up. Or shows us, engage or not. Yeah, we're getting close. We have 20 minutes till go time. I really shouldn't be playing this mode of all modes with the animations on while we're just auto-battling. But I guess we're just killing time now as we wait for the actual trailer. Okay, so here's a random aside. Was anyone able to beat the limited hero battle today where we have to fight what is it, the Elamine map with only using Sacred Stones characters? That was annoying. I did beat it, but it took me more tries than normal to actually beat that map. Because a majority of the good Sacred Stone stuff happens to be cavalry types, right? So we have like Brave Erica, Legendary Erica, you got Baby Larachel, you got Duo Lysithea. So like all of the best player phase units from Sacred Stones are cavalry types. And the map is set up to just destroy your calves. You got the 2 trench tiles, you're trapped on the bottom with all the walls. Elamine is guaranteed to false start somebody just based on the way that the map is. That was a pain in the ass. Whoever decided to do Sacred Stones for that map, they need to be fired. Alright, Kamer says, $50 we get Halloween Lumera this year. I would be okay with that. We got Naga already, so I guess I'd be fine with Lumera. More mommy dragons. Lux says, doing that map right now, kind of scared since I don't have Fomortis. Oh, I guess Fomortis kind of makes it easy if you have him, right? He did win the voting gauntlet, but they didn't give him out for free yet, so I don't have him. Near safe Fomortis combined with Duo Lysithea. FT Tana. Which one is FT Tana? Is that Baby Tana, or is that the Summer Tana with the Ash jump effect? And Brave Erica was my team. I think my team was I had Tethys, I had Ascended Joshua, I had Duo Ephraim and Leon, and then my other unit was Brave Lysithea. Or not Brave Lysithea, Harmonic Lysithea. And I just like took my time, slow ass, like 13 turn clear of that battle. That's how you know you're in for a ride. If you can't beat the what is it called again? Not maddening either. I can't remember the name of the difficulty setting. Abyssal, I think it is. If you can't beat Abyssal mode in one try anymore on the first turn, something's wrong. With all the power creep going on. Alegale says, I did, but I had to rely on Fomortis to beat it with Duo Ephraim. I like that name, Alegale. That's pretty sly. I like that. Turtlebot. FT is Flame Tribe. Oh, I forgot about that Tana. Yeah, we did get that Tana, didn't we? The Flame Tribe Tana with Peony. That makes absolutely 0 sense. Can somebody tell me why Tana and Peony are a pair? Like, what do they have in common? Is there a reason why they're together like that? Also on a banner where everyone's like big and muscly. And then they're like 2 little deers in a headlight. Absolutely no muscle. Like 2 soft girls. Platinum Stripe says, am I the only one who calls Flame Tribe Tana Monster Hunter Tana? Okay, I can see that. Yeah, that's pretty good, Platinum Stripe, yeah. I can see that. Monster Hunter Tana. Yeah, because her outfit kind of looks like the bone armor, right? Wisdom says, younger sisters who are peppy. Who is Peony's big sister, though? Is it Triandra? I can't remember if it was Triandra or one of the other fairies. I think it might have been Triandra. Younger sisters, I guess. They're female, that's why. Yeah. Hypnotoad, I think you're onto it. Hypnotoad's got the right idea. Spaghetti Condo says, I never finished Abyssal Robin, wanted the sunglasses. I remember not having any trouble with Abyssal Robin's map. Darrell says, Petra might come out Ascended this year. She's big on the like list. Yeah, actually, does Petra even have an alt? I think it's kind of crazy that Petra doesn't have any alts. She was pretty popular, wasn't she? I like Petra. Scratch Hair Games says, Bonet got a lineup behind all those more popular characters. We don't even have male Aleer yet. So a non-seasonal engaged banner may look like Aleer, male, Boucheron, Yunaka, and Goldberry. Okay, Yunaka and Goldberry, yes. I got no complaints with that. Aleer and Boucheron seem a little out of place on that banner, though. I would imagine that they're going to try to pair up all the engaged characters by their continent, or not continent, their country, right? So, like, the first engaged banner we got was Firene. So we had, like, Saline and also Saline's brother. What's his name again? I probably sound like I have short-term memory loss or something. Literally can't even remember the names of the most recent characters, right? But yeah, you all know who I'm talking about. So the first banner was Firene for sure. I think the next banner is probably going to be either... Well, what are the options? They could do Solm. They could do Brodia. I think it's probably going to be Brodia next, because that's the second continent we visit in the game. They could also do Illusia. The Illusia's banner is probably going to be the one that I like the most, because we're going to get Ivy on that one. Saline's brother is named Benchwarmer. Yeah, how you got to do my man dirty like that? I was using him a little bit. He is low-key a bench warmer, though. He's not that great. Kind of reminds me of Alphonse a little bit, where he can kind of hang in there a little bit, but he's not really that great. Bongos 51 says, yo, what about Baby Anna? I don't know about Baby Anna. I'm not really the biggest fan of Baby Anna. I don't really see the novelty of making Anna a baby in the first place. Like, why? Was there really somebody out there who wanted Anna to be a baby? Like, is that how they get their kicks? Buying stuff from a baby? It's got to be the same people that enjoy Midori, right? The weed vendor that Midori is. There's got to be something endearing about buying stuff from a little girl. A Rabbit of Valis says, my Alfred has like 14 strength by the time I got to Solm. Yeah, dude, Alfred got put on the bench pretty quick for me. Not even because I feel like he could have still kind of hung in there. He's not the worst thing ever. But certainly you get a lot of units that are way better than him. Dark Link says, ask Fedison. Alright, that's a little dirty. I don't know what Fedison thinks about Baby Anna. I've never asked him. But I guess Fedison is a lover of all Annas. Pokemon 35 says, who did you bench first when playing Engage? Okay, so I think the first unit who I was using, or like trying to really use, that I ended up benching was Eti. Or Etier, I should say. I was really trying my darndest to come through with her, because she's got like washboard abs and everything. But she just couldn't, man. She's got no defense at all. She has no strength. She has no HP. She just gets killed in one hit. Etier's abs are for show. They're like painted on. They're not real abs. It's like she... You ever remember those Halloween costumes back in the day that would come with like styrofoam abs that you would wear under your shirt? It was like a Batman costume. It was literally a styrofoam chest plate that you could put on and like belt onto your shirt. And it had like styrofoam abs on it to make you look like you were ripped. And the reason why I know that, by the way, is because I was Batman for Halloween when I was like 4 years old. And I had styrofoam abs on. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about, basically. That's Etier in a nutshell. Ari says, how's Engage? I haven't played it yet because I've been busy and 3 houses calls. How is it? I actually like Engage a lot. I feel like Engage is pretty good. It's definitely a return to form for the series. It feels more like it's about the gameplay as opposed to just being about the story. So I did like Engage. But I'm not really sure if Engage has that much replayability, though. Because the story is very cut and dry. There's not necessarily a problem with that. I do like my stories very simple and straightforward and to the point. But, man, I don't really know how many times I'm going to play Engage after the first. Because there's really just not much else to do after you beat the game. I guess you can level up Emblem weapons if you want to, but there's not really a reason to do that. Alright, yeah, this nonsense that they subjected us to right here. Look at this. Who wants to do this with Sacred Stones only? Look at my roster for Sacred Stones. Let's quickly go ahead and see this. Look at this. All of my best player phases. So Erica, she's a Cav. Brave Erica's a Cav. This guy's a Cav. Lysithia's a Cav. Larachel's a Cav. And that's a majority of what I have access to. And as for like my tanks, we have Myrrh. We have Myrrh. And then we have Myrrh. These are the tanks that I have. This one's kind of okay. This like Bunny Myrrh is kind of okay, but not really. This Myrrh was good when she got her refine at the time. Pretty nice stat ball. And of course I got her plus 10, but like it is way past her time. She is not hanging in there good enough. And then this Myrrh is pretty good. I just don't have any good fodder on her. So I was like really pressed on this one. I had to think outside the box a little to beat this one. But it was not fun. Brannigan says, I feel like Engage lacks a little bit of character building depth that is going to keep me coming back long term. Not a ton of wacky builds you can do right now. I actually disagree with that. I feel like Engage might have the most diversity in terms of builds you can do. I felt like playing through the game, a lot of people did different things. Like, there's people who built up a Vantage critical monster Panette with the Ike Ring, which works pretty well, as I've heard. Some people built up the, like, Fog Corin build with a covert unit, and you just keep on using Fog over and over. I personally just went like old school. I did it pretty classic the way I played. Just abusing like tried and true tactics, like units that have a lot of speed, units that have a lot of attack and stuff, and just abused magic and doubles and crits. But there's a lot of combinations you can do with all the emblem rings and all the characters and stuff. So I do feel like there's a lot of variety in the game. Marshmallow Hero says, I used Amber till endgame. I used them. Pokey Goldmine says, anyway, banner in 5 minutes. Peace out. Oh, Pokey Goldmine always in here, like sticking around up to the trailer and then leaving us to go watch the trailer by themselves. Pokey Goldmine, you backstabber. Nah, it's all good, man. I can understand the like desire to watch the trailer, at least the first watch on your own, to just get your first impressions by yourself and then maybe watch some other people react to it after that. Rabbit of Valis says, Mauvier is what brings me back to Engage. Okay, Mauvier is pretty cool. Here's a question for you guys. Who is your favorite of the... What were they called again? The 4 fangs or the 4 dogs or something? Basically the enemies in Fire Emblem Engage. What did you think of those guys? Who's your favorite one? I gotta go with, of course, the thick mama, right? I gotta go with Zephyr. Zephyr's ending actually kind of got me a little bit, so I gotta go with Zephyr. I wasn't a big fan of Marnie. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Gris, although I know a lot of people actually do like Gris a lot. Mauvier was pretty good. Zephyr's top tier, and then like the other 2 I didn't really care too much about. Yeah, we got a lot of people standing Gris in the chat, so yeah. I can totally see the appeal of Gris. He just didn't hit it for me. Gris, for me, I love his voice acting. Oh, dude, you want to talk about voice acting? Ivy's voice acting is so good. I feel like Ivy has the best voice acting in the game. In my opinion. I should also say in my opinion. Everyone did a great job with the voice acting. But, like, man, Ivy sounds like ASMR. I could just listen to Ivy talk all day. Okay, we got 2 minutes to go until trailers, so I'm going to go ahead and start refreshing, and we'll go ahead and get the stuff on screen here. All right, bear with me for a sec, guys, while we get ready for trailer action. All right, Intel Core says, I hated all 4. Yeah, that's also a valid opinion, too, I guess. They're such comic book villains, the 4 hounds, I think they're called. They're just like a bunch of Looney Tunes villains, holding meetings every 5 seconds, giving you all the exposition. I don't know. That's to me, that's like wacky anime storytelling at its finest. All right, I'm refreshing Twitter as we speak, waiting for the trailer. Hopefully, we don't gotta wait too long for this. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Let's see if we got the trailer up and running here. Okay, we have a trailer. We have the trailer on Twitter. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy up. I'm going to leave the chat on like we did last time. I thought that was really cool. So everyone can get the audience participation in there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start things off in 3, 2, 1. Oi, governors, we back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and we have the new trailer for the game. Now, I'm hoping it's going to be some more Engage sauce, so let's go ahead and pop that play button and see what's going on here. All right, new heroes join the battle. What we got here? Oh! Is that Gilliam? It is Gilliam. Wait, hold on. Sacred Stones, huh? Okay. So, what are we going to get here? Like Gilliam, Garcia. Who else from Sacred Stones do we not have yet? Oh, okay. All right. Gilliam here as a Lance armor unit. I guess Franz as well. Franz could be in here. Of course, he's got a save skill because he's an armor type. So, Frelian Lance, 16 might, 1 range, accelerate special trigger. At the start of turn, grants neutralizes effective against flying bonuses to flying allies within 2 spaces a unit for 1 turn. That is very interesting. So he's granting Io's shield to flyers in 2 spaces of him. That's different. Imagine we get someone who does that with Surveillance Shield. That's going to be busted. Okay, if foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is over 75% at the start of combat, Grants attack up 6 to unit. Inflicts attack -6 on the foe. Inflicts penalty on foe's attack and defense equal to 20% of unit's defense at the start of combat. And reduce damage from foe's first attack by 40%. Okay. Wow, this guy's kind of cooking here. Okay, Gilliam is cooking. We got -1 special trigger. We got Spendthrift Light. We got the Asker defense effect there for... or no, this isn't even Asker's defense effect. This is Flame Mordecai's defense effect. And then we also have 40% DR and gives allies in 2 spaces IO's shield. That's very interesting. I actually kind of like this guy. Okay, not bad. Bonfire, Sturdy Stance 3, Vengeful Fighter 4. If unit's HP is over 25% and the foe initiates combat, inflicts attack -4 on the foe during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Foe cannot make a follow-up attack. And grants special cooldown charge +1 to unit per attack during combat. Wow. That is significantly better than Vengeful Fighter 3. So you get attack -4, you get basically Omni Breaker, and then you're getting special ramping. To unit per attack, it's not dependent on enemy attack or your attack, it's both. So it's basically just a breath effect there. This is really good. Not bad. And then we have attack and defense near save. Okay. Pretty good. I'm actually kind of impressed. I wasn't expecting Gilliam, of all people, to be kind of good in here. Oh, okay. So is this Cyrene? I think her name is Cyrene. It's been a hot minute since I've played. Yeah, so Cyrene here. Another one of the white, or I shouldn't say white wings, but like the white wing knockoff units. All right, Frelian Blade, 16 might, 1 range, accelerate special trigger. If foe initiates combat or if foe's HP is over 75% at the start of combat, grants all stats of 5 to unit, inflicts a penalty on foe's attack speed and defense equal to 15% of unit's speed at the start of combat, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks, and reduce damage from foe's first attack by 40%. Okay, -1 special trigger, all stats of 5. Reduce attack speed and defense of the enemy by 15% of your speed. Null follow-up, half a null follow-up anyway. And then 40% DR. That's not too bad either. They're getting really happy about giving out these percentage stat debuffs, which is good because that's a very strong effect. All right, then we got Moonbow. We got Speed and Res Catch 4. Not particularly one of the better stat combos for Catch, I guess. Well, maybe it's not the worst. Maybe, like, who would even want this, though? I was about to say Brave Dimitri, but for that, you might as well just run Attack and or Speed and Res Finish instead of Catch 4. So, I don't know. Probably not one of the better catches. And then Pegasus Flight 4, we've already seen that. Okay. Not really as impressed by her as Gilliam. I feel like the IO shield support is kind of interesting with him. Okay, we got Vanessa as well. Okay, so probably the last unit is going to be Franz. Or at the very least, I would imagine the Grand Hero Battle or free-to-play unit for this batch will be Franz. So Vanessa is a Lance Flyer. Kind of boring artwork, honestly. She doesn't look all that much different from how she looked in Sacred Stones. Upfront Lance Plus. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 75%, grants attack and speed up 5 to unit and neutralizes unit's penalties to attack and speed during combat. Nothing too crazy for an inheritable Lance. The Arcane Qiang is way better. We got Luna. We got Attack and Res Catch 3 and then Speed and Res Oath. Yeah, I'm not digging this. Bad demote energy here, unfortunately, for Vanessa. Maybe her stat line will be decent, though, and that can salvage her. Okay, we're getting a rearmed hero. Who's it going to be? Okay, rearmed Tana, of course. Of course. Well, I mean, why wouldn't it be Tana, right? Like, they can't give a rearmed alt to someone else. All right, she's going to be a flying bow type. This is pretty interesting because this is the first flying and first bow type rearmed hero that we're getting, so that's not bad. Drawn by Mikuto here. Pretty good artwork. Yeah, I don't have any complaints about this ton of artwork, honestly. And Melissa Fawn, of course, a very memorable voice actor for me, because in Season 3 of Digimon, she voices Rika. So, yeah, she's a really cool voice actor that I like. All right, Arcane Nastron. 14 might, 2 range, effective against flying. -1 special trigger. Effective, or we already said that. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants all stats of 5 to unit during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, reduces damage from foe's first attack during combat by 30%, and grants a bonus to unit's attack during combat equal to 12 minus foe's max special cooldown count value times 2, with a minimum of 4. If foe does not have a special skill, bonus is 4. Interesting. Okay, so basically it's just a max of 8, I think, because 12 minus 4 is... Yeah, 12 minus 4 is 8, right? So, like, that's the highest you could get is 8. How good is this as a rearmed bow? Let's see. -1 special trigger, all stats of 5. Guaranteed follow-up attack, 30% DR on enemy's first attack, and then potentially bonus of 8 attack. It's okay. It's certainly going to be good on those bow armored units, like Valentine Faye, I think, is going to eat pretty well. Like those type of units, the Ignatses, Christmas Ignats, the Christmas Felix, those type of units are probably going to like this, like armored bows. All right, we got Deadeye, we got Attack and Speed Unity, Soaring Wings. Okay, it looks like a unique beast skill for her. Enables Canto 1. Unit can move to a space within 2 spaces of an ally within 2 spaces. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, inflicts speed and defense -X on the foe during combat, where X is 4 plus the number of spaces from starting position to the ending position of whoever initiated combat, with a maximum of 8. Okay, so speed and defense -8, Canto 1, and then you can jump with the Ash jump effect, essentially. Pretty good. And then we have Guidance 4. Okay, probably my last expected C skill to get a level 4 out of nowhere. Infantry and armored allies within 2 spaces can move to a space in 2 spaces of unit. That's very strong. Actually, that's crazy. So now everyone is Ash. All of your flyer units can just become Ash out of nowhere. Also grants attack and speed up 3 to infantry and armored allies in 2 spaces of unit during combat. And also, if those allies have speed higher than the foe's speed, neutralizes effect that prevent those allies' follow-up attacks during combat. Wow, this is way stronger than I thought it was going to be. Wow, okay, Guidance 4 out here. Was not expecting that. All right, pretty good, though. I'm definitely... Am I going to be summoning on this banner? Probably not. I think I might skip this one. But the value is definitely there. With a rearmed flyer, our very first flyer rearmed hero. R.I.P. Franz. He ain't there. He got killed by a big booba snake lady. So who is going to be the Tempest Trial then? I wonder. Or not Tempest Trial, the GHB. I'll have to check the in-game noties to find out. But yeah, there we go. I guess we're getting a Sacred Stones banner here. All right, Vanessa is the demote, of course. We're going to get to Spark, and then I'm presuming the last thing they'll say is we can do the rearmed hero thing. Yeah, inherit skills, and then just keep the rearmed hero. I love how they inherited to Innis there. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this banner in the comments down below. I'm probably going to skip, but... This Tana actually has a lot of value with the fodder. So, like, Guidance 4, you get Deadeye, you get this rearmed bow. You can give her some crazy flyer skills. I guess the melee flyer skills would be off limits here. So, like, Dive Bomb is off limits. Hardy Bear... Not that too many people run Hardy Bearing. What other good flyer and exclusive skills are there? I would have really liked Flow Flight, but that's not going to be available for her. Yeah, I think they probably needed to do a melee flyer, honestly, for the first flyer. Or at least the first arcane flyer. Probably should have been melee. But this is still very good, of course. Guidance 4 is going to be really amazing. So that's all for today, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed the coverage of this banner. And this is your boy Tacho signing out, so take care. And I'll catch y'all again on the flip side. All right, Manuel Silva says, Tana needs to get lost. I'm getting sick of her. Okay, come on. I like Tana. But I mean, they do seem to refer to her quite a lot when they're trying to do a Sacred Stones banner. It's either her or Erica, pretty much. The only Jehovah. The more rearmed heroes come out, the more I hate that they're not putting them in the regular pool. Yeah, I will agree with that. I think it's a really scummy move that they didn't put the rearmed heroes in the standard pool. Because they went ahead and put the Ascended heroes in there, so I don't understand why they would gatekeep the rearmed heroes like that. Miss Modern Mayhem says, looking like a skip for me. Yeah, I would have to agree. I'm probably going to skip this. Although there's definitely value to be had if you want to go for Tana or maybe even Gilliam. Gilliam kind of shocked me. Angel says, I just got Brave Claude from the Hall of Form, so I'll pass. Terrell Scott says, Tana and Erica run Sacred Stones. Yeah, pretty much. No love for Lara. Well, Larachel is like kind of in there too. She gets a lot of love. And then Myrrh. It's like those are the 4 females who exist in Sacred Stones. So it's Tana, Erica, Myrrh, and Larachel. And then everyone else is just chopped liver, apparently. Okay, this will be amazing if I can pronounce this name. Shuichi Rocks 33. Let me know if I said that right, homie. Because if I did, I deserve an award for that. I really thought rearmed would be in the regular pool, and there's no way to consistently get them, unlike legendary heroes. Yeah, I agree. That was the scummiest thing in the world, that they didn't put them on the regular banners. I can't imagine why. Rocktism says, I'm surprised Vanessa is the demote. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Well, Vanessa and Cyrene weren't particularly popular. At least to my recollection. Sacred Stones came out in 2005, guys. I don't remember everything that was going on back then too well. But I do remember I didn't really use Vanessa or Cyrene. Link Creature says, Tacho, what do you think of Sacred Stones? I liked it at the time. It's a little bit too easy. I always preferred FE7 and FE6 for the GBA games. But I got no complaints. Sacred Stones is definitely fun. Alright, then Platinum Strife says, Tana's last ult was for 6 months ago. I really wasn't expecting her to be rearmed. Yeah, they did the Flame Tana. I thought that was already quite enough. we didn't need another Tana so quickly. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to call it a day there with the live stream, because I got to go ahead and put together the actual trailer video now. I got to get the thumbnail ready. So we're going to call it a day there. Thanks to everyone for stopping by and hanging out and checking out the trailer with me.